Today I'm having a chat with Barry Smith, popularly known as Bazz or Uncle Bazz, and we're talking about his art. I've known Bazz for nearly 30 years and I've always loved his zest for life and his youthful spirit. And I've enjoyed watching his art develop over the years. His raw approach and his individual technique particularly appeal to me, and to the many recipients of his gifts over the years, which included practical, useful timber creations. His art is less of a passion and more of an essential life activity to keep his hands and his mind occupied. At almost 90, he's about to have his very first exhibition. Meet Bazz. So, you were a crane driver for 32 years, you were an adventurer riding motorbikes for over 50 years. How did a tough guy like you get into art?
Well, for a start, I'm not tough, I'm a whip.
How did an Aussie bloke like you get into art? And when did you start making art?
On and off the years, little bits. Not only that, making things too.
You were making boxes and then you got into pyrography, didn't you? Wood burning.
Oh yes, yeah. But it's unique to what I do. Nobody does what I do with wood burning.
Okay. How? What do you do different?
Well, I edge everything, and if you've got an edge, you don't notice.
Bazz, for decades your art was confined to the shed. Why?
Because I didn't think it was good enough to put in the house.
When did it come out?
As I got better and better, I thought, oh, that looks pretty good sometimes.
And you started, and this was after Annie died, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You started to bring some
yeah,
pieces up to the house.
Right,
yeah. And now, of course, the house is full of them, isn't it?
Yeah, everywhere.
And how do you select your subjects to paint?
That's a good one. I painted from the paperback novel, front page. I painted from calendars, postcards. Anything I see, I'll have a go at.
Okay.
Yeah. I also do things and other things that I like to do. Not only, I don't always do that. I do mostly that, but I just make things of my own ideas. You know.
Yes. Some of the paintings I've seen have to come from your imagination. That one where you've got the subject lying in bed and the Grim Reaper is hanging at the end of the bed and the ghost is up the wall. Where did that come from?
Well, I used to have nightmares for years after Anne died, and you can't find your way home, and you walk and you walk.
You were lost when you lost Annie, weren't you?
Of course.
Yeah. And she had a long battle with cancer, and you've got a son and a daughter, Luke and Louise, but you lost your eldest son, Mark, in a motorbike accident, didn't you? Yeah. So you've had a lot of sadness in your life, but you've overcome that, haven't you?
Well, it's something you never fully get over.
Can you tell me about Ground Zero?
Yeah. Well, it speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Does it?
Yeah.
What does it say to you?
It says to me that man and his dog are sitting there watching that, and they're goners. I suppose it's because of the way the Earth's going, global warming and all that sort of thing.
That bothers you, doesn't it?
Oh, not for me, but for the future.
And for your grandchildren?
There's got to be something going on in the world, isn't there? You look at school children now, they're smarter than what I ever was. And they're worried about the future at 16. I never worried about the future at 16.
You were only worried about your first motorbike, weren't you?
I dream about them all. I dream about them nearly every night. I do.
When did you stop riding bikes?
82. I ride them in the midnight sun. Yeah, that's me.
Were there any particular trips that on your motorbike that stand out for you?
Was the one to Cape York. Back in the
course.
old days, early days.
Yeah.
When you had to push motorbikes across crocodile-infested rivers and all that sort of stuff.
And you called that fun?
Yeah, that was...
Did you do that trip on your own?
No, I did it with my son, Mark.
With Mark.
Mark.
That's a lovely memory of the son that you lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you reach 90, will you stop making art?
No.
Why?
Because it occupies me. I like to be occupied all the time. If I've got nothing to occupy me, I'm lost.
Baz, what's going to happen to your art after you're gone? Because you're going to go. We're all going.
Oh, we all got to go.
Yeah.
Some's closer to it than others.
What's going to happen to your art after it's gone?
I think my children want it, and some of the boys want. Some of my grandsons and
You've got 6
Yeah.
grandsons, haven't you?
6. Yeah. Sun and the moon, and that had a man floating under an umbrella between the world, the sun and the moon. Yeah, you're looking up at him, and guess what? Sean got a tattoo on the back of his leg.
Baz, you have your first exhibition coming up. What are you hoping will happen? What would you like to see come out of the exhibition?
Oh, just to see how people react to them. You know, read that if they, well, that's the curiosity more than anything else, to see if they react, how they react to the pictures that are different to others. You know, seem to be different. To me, they are anyhow. Yeah.